Alright, so we are working on flanging the lightning holes on our smallest holes, and what we did in the past for the larger ones is we had a plug, and we actually made it, the part that did the flanging out of oak, which is great because it's very hard and it doesn't warp. The problem is it's really hard to manufacture these, they're so difficult. So on the really small ones where we have to go ahead and road an edge, we just made them out of MDF. We figured it would be easier to control, it would cut easier, just easier to make. However, I've only done 2 holes with this plug and already it's starting to break down. You can see on the top here where I've been pushing down, that's actually starting to push through the outer edge, and it's actually pushing this bottom lip piece off. So it's just kind of breaking apart, and I've only done 2. So I still don't think I could make one of these out of oak, or it would be really difficult. So I'm going to try a middle of the ground. It's not oak, it's not MDF, 2x4. Had this laying around, so this still may be too soft, but we figure we'll give it a try.
The beauty of home building.
Yeah.
They call it experimental for a reason.
If it doesn't work, we're only out a piece of scrap wood. So the first step to making one of these is you got to set up your fly cutter so that the inside of the cutting bit gives you a circle like this, a plug that just fits inside
the hole.
No, but it's not the lightning hole, it's the lightning hole plus your flange distance. You gotta remember that, it's tricky. Lightning holes and these flanging bits can
Explain that to me one more time. Lightning hole plus?
Yeah, so if you want a 1/4-inch flange on your lightning hole all the way around, you have to take whatever your lightning hole diameter is plus the 1/4 inch on either side. That gives you this. Then you put your fillet on it, and then so the inside of this actually ends up being your lightning hole distance.
Got it.
And this
and then a 3/8 flange. So lightning hole plus
this
whatever.
This one is 1/4 inch.
Lightning hole plus 1/4 inch.
Yep.
Sweet.
So I started fly cutting out the pine, but then I realized the fly cutter wasn't long enough to get through a 2x4, and I don't have a thinner piece. So then I started cutting it with a scroll saw or jigsaw, but then I couldn't finish cutting around it because I need some place to clamp it. So this is kind of on hold for the moment. We might come back to it. I really wish we had a jigsaw or a bandsaw right now. Bandsaw would be super helpful. But for the last feels like 20 minutes, I've been trying to fly cut my way through this piece of oak. I'm getting close. So we're going to give this a shot. If this ends up not working out, then we'll try coming back to this. So try every option. Alright, so we're still flanging lightning holes. The oak one, I finally got fly cut out. However, I ended up fly cutting it too small for what I needed it to be. So I was ready to just throw it in the garbage, and then I thought, well, hey, I've got my MDF one that's starting to get damaged in the middle. That's the whole reason I was going to throw this one out. It's still got, you know, the fillet on it. Why don't I just use the oak one as a backing, and that way I can keep using the MDF. So that's what I've been doing. I just did 2 more ribs, and it's been working. But the oak, the press presses down on the oak, and the oak helps distribute the load to the MDF. So I'm not just pushing in the center of the MDF, and so far it's been holding up. So I'm going to keep doing this as long as I can, and even if I have to end up making another MDF piece, it's still way easier to make this guy and just keep using this as the backing. So, you know, it's probably not the recommended way, but we are building an experimental airplane, and we experimented and found something that worked for us.
Yeah, if we started from scratch, that's not how we'd probably do it, but it's getting the job done. As Caleb would say in his engineering voice, it's yielding the desired result.